EA Sports. It's in the game.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Banff Springs Golf Course, we present live final round coverage of the Alberta Open. It is the great challenge that all these golfers face, trying to string 4 solid rounds together, trying to best Mother Nature and this course, and trying to beat the entire field as we check the leaderboard. Our leader is indeed our featured golfer. It has been a textbook performance to this point. And that's a good way to start this final round. It's in the fairway at the first. So the great tee shot left him here. Now his second from relatively close range. And that's going to leave some work, but it'll end up okay. Oh, how good a read is that? It is a birdie at the opening hole. And that's going to get him to minus 34. Frank, it's always nice to begin a round with a little variety. We had a relatively short par 4 opening hole and now a par 3 to back it up.
You can see why short iron play is going to be paramount today, Rich. Short iron into the first hole and a chance here to hit another short iron into a short par 3. So you can get off to a very fast start.
Okay, just left of the hole, and now a putt for birdie coming up. Down to Iona, this for birdie.
Well, for a long putt like this, there's really not a whole lot to it. I think you'll fancy his chances at this one.
Oh, do that from way downtown. That's in for birdie here at 2. And he's going to move to minus 35 for the tournament. Frank, how about the first par 5 of the golf course here at the third, just a shade under 530 yards. Good birdie opportunity?
It certainly is. There's 3 bunkers just down that left side. Avoid those, and this par 5, very reachable.
driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. Definitely within range of getting home in two. This, his second. That one had to feel good.
Yeah, struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Oh, yeah. That's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb. Now to another par 3. This is the 4th hole, 192 yards, way down the hill.
It's going to play closer to 170 yards, Rich. You're going to have to reduce that distance by at least a couple of clubs. And consequently, if you hit one hanging up in the air, if you get a breeze that goes through that valley, it's going to start to sort of move that ball around. So just keep your eyes open there where that breeze is coming from.
Okay, maybe not exactly what he wanted, but not the worst result. Okay, so this one, maybe a birdie putt in name only. Yeah, had to be careful with that one. Couldn't be too frisky, and that's not too bad. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4, and he'll remain well in control of this tournament. Well, again, Frank, we get that good mix of holes here. We've had a couple of par 3s, a short par 5, and that opening par 4. Now at the 5th hole, 424-yard par 4.
The first bunker on the right, not really in play for the good players. Just be a little cognizant of that one on the left side, depending on what club you want to hit off the tee. Ideally, that line is the 3rd bunker, the one in the distance. That's a good line off the tee here.
We lost this one to the left.
Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
Working out of the rough now for his second at the par 4 5th.
A touch long, a touch left. But still, how good can you putt?
10-foot putt left. Yes, a good read. It's a birdie here at 5. And he'll gain another one and move to 38 under par. Now at the 6th hole here at Banff Springs, it's a short par 4, only 373 yards, and the short par 4, Frank, all the rage in golf course architecture these days.
A lot more strategy involved when you've got a hole that you can nearly reach with a tee shot. It's how far back do you leave it, what sort of distance you want that second shot. All those things to compute. Straightforward, a little bit uphill. Basically, it's what you want for your second shot.
And that one gonna be into the bunker off the tee. Gotta be careful of this ball checking up too soon, as he'll try to get this just right. Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Chance now for another birdie. Oh, goodness, that is too bad. That would have been a good birdie, but not to be. Safely in for par here at the 6th. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. Well, Frank, how about this hole? 602 yards of par 5, although I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. It's 602 yards these days for a long hitter.
What do you say? It's a driving a 7-iron?
That's a mid-range par 5.
Well, yeah, 2 woods, the longer hitters will definitely get at home there, especially in good conditions. But bunker down the left, avoid that, carry that, and then we can think about the second shot.
That one gonna split the middle, maybe get a little rollout as well. That is a good, solid tee shot. All right, Frank, it'd be fun to watch the players have a go at this second shot here at the par 5/7.
Yeah, this green is well protected left and right by those bunkers, but thread the needle and, well, you might just nick yourself another birdie or an eagle.
Oh, what a good shot that is. Home in 2 on the par 5. Remember, made eagle earlier in the round, Frank. Now maybe a chance for a second.
I know we can't call it a double eagle, but talk about aggression in these par 5s. Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
You might like this one. You might really like it. Oh, another thunderbolt right there. What a putt. He can't seem to do anything wrong in this round. Wow. Now to hole number 8. It's another par 3 with some water, Frank. Only 150 yards. This is the shortest hole in the golf course.
The distance control is still very important here. If you can get the right distance, you could perhaps aim 10 or 15 feet left of the flag. You're only going to have a 10 or 15-foot putt. So just think of that. Water on the right there. Maybe just aim a little further to the left. You can still make birdie.
There's a good illustration of the dangers of not getting on the right tier of these greens. That one rolled back quite a ways. Well, Ione has had a good look. Now this for birdie.
Yeah, it's a long putt, so pace is important, but there's not a whole lot to it. I fancy the chances of getting this close.
Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he's going to maintain that substantial lead. Just love the variety here on the front side, Frank, coming off that short par 3 8th. Now we go to another par 5 to round out the side, 501 yards.
And the third par 5. Interesting front 9 here. 3 par 5s, 3 par 3s, and 3 par 4s. This one, not the longest par 5, but still reachable. This one, you have to be a little bit careful, though. This is probably the toughest driving hole on the front 9 with regard to par 5s.
safely back into the fairway. That was the job at hand, and it's a good end result. Just a little beyond the hole, but pretty handy right there. Now this for another birdie. Oh, missed it right. Just didn't have the right line. Just a tap in there for par at the 9th. That'll finish off a 29 on this front side. 7 shots under par. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We are back on this beautiful day here at Banff Springs in the Canadian Rockies. Set to kick off all the action on the back 9. The 10th begin with a par 3, Frank, 218 yards.
And I have no idea why this is called Little Bow, because over 200 yards, you really have to bow up with this tee shot here. That's for sure. Bending there, you need something that comes out of the gate very, very straight and with a decent height on it as well. If you want to land on that left side of the green and make it stop.
Okay, center of the green. Good shot. This one on the slow side as he'll try to get this one close. Just 5 feet left. Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And pars are fine at this point with this tournament well in hand. On the tee here at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4. Is this a drive you like to hit, Frank?
It certainly is, Rich, but it's a little narrower than what your eye first sees. And the reason why, there's a tree sort of another 40, 50 yards down the right side past that bunker. So if you hog that right side, that tree can become a little bit of a problem for the second shot.
It might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
Ball not sitting too badly here at number 11. This is second shot.
Inexcusable. And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Oh, the hands came through beautifully there. Good thump of the sand and a good chance to save par. So that brushed in for par here at 11. And he'll be unable to take that score any further under par. He'll stay right where he is. Here at the 12th, par 4, 442 yards. Frank, what's ahead?
This one's called Big Boat. Hole's certainly a lot longer than the 10th hole, which is Little Boat. Dog legs to the player's right. A couple of bunkers down the left side. That first bunker on the left shouldn't be too much of a problem to carry. But once again, even though the hole bends to the right, you'd like to be down the opposite side of the fairway, which is the left.
Once again, another great tee shot. I'm starting to wonder how low can you go? And the driving has been simply superb.
Second shot coming up, just 97 yards left to the flagstick.
Well, the ball is on the green. That's about all I can say with that. With a short wedge in hand, you'd expect that certainly be much closer than that.
Chance now for another birdie. Yeah, you really got to put a charge into it up that slope, and that is fairly well done. That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And he'll remain well under par. Well, Frank, here's another pretty long par 3, the 13th here at Banff Springs, 225 yards. What's the right play?
Well, unless they have that flag all the way in the back, that first 2/3 of the green is just like a nice big circle. You hit it anywhere on that, you're going to have a putt of some 20, 25 feet maximum for birdie.
And I think that one was pretty well buffeted by the breeze, and it comes up short. Second shot now here at the par 3. Well judged. That is in for par here at 13. And he'll be unable to take that score any further under par. He'll stay right where he is. Frank, this par 4 14th hole at about 440 yards will test you all the way up to that green, won't it?
Yeah, it certainly will. It just looks like you should bash it over those bunkers down the left side, but the green pitches from left to right. So the best access is actually down the right side, coming in from that sort of right line. So don't be fooled here.
Oh boy, that has started way left.
Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
102 yards to the front, 117 to the hole. Would not surprise me a bit if you were to stick this one close. This is the sand wedge, coming in just a bit further left than he wanted.
And that ball looked good in the air. You'd like it to be a little closer, but still, inside 40 feet, just going to have to be careful with the lag putting.
He's hoping here to at least get this to tap-in range, but it is for birdie. Oh, never a doubt. That one was tracking the entire way. It is in for a spectacular birdie. And it is looking more and more like it's going to be back-to-back wins in this tournament. Well, now the par 4s begin to stretch out a little bit. The 15th here, Frank, is 475 yards.
Certainly want to put your big shoes on here. Nice big slinging draw off the tee might help. Go a little further. Does go downhill considerably, so you get a little bit more run out of the tee shot if you did that.
Oh!
That's the benefit of really bombing a tee shot down there. You get a simple little chip, you knock it close, and looks like another birdie.
The putter on point late here in the round. Birdies at 14 and 15. And stop the press as if you've heard this before. He's well on his way to yet another victory on the year. Moving on to number 16 now. It's a par 4, 414 yards. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
It's another hole that'll favour a nice sort of high draw off the tee. It'll set up that second shot to a green that has got several different levels on it.
Really starting to make a hard game look easy. Drive after drive has been superb. And this one, well, as we like to say, is in the mayor's office.
Good chance to get one in close from here. This, his second.
Really, it's a waste after that tee shot. Just very average approach.
Now this for another birdie.
Well, in all things considered, he's in pretty good shape, coming back up the slope, working slightly to the right.
Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And he'll remain well under par. Just 2 holes left here at Banff Springs, and Frank, another par 4. This one short, 374 yards.
It is. It's named Sarsi, which is a tribute to the Indian tribes here and the First Nations of Canada. So just think about that when you're teeing it off here on what is not an overly difficult par 4.
And this one gonna settle into the bunker off the tee. The tee shot collected here, now a short one for his second. Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Wow, just a hair off target, and those are the ones that'll drive you crazy. No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And he'll be unable to take that score any further under par. He'll stay right where he is. Here we are at the 18th at Banff Springs, 578-yard par 5. Frank, did you like to finish a round with a par 5?
Certainly if I could birdie it, that's for sure. And there's a good chance here at 18 you can, but there's bunkers galore. They're all in play for various standards of play. But the reward is if you can pump one down the middle of the fairway there, and then you reduce this par 5 to simply a drive and an iron.
Yes, step one out of the way. It is in the fairway at 18. One more good approach shot could just about seal it. Well within range from here. A second now to the par 5. Man, Frank, it is one thing to stack pars on a scorecard, but eagles, this is an incredible performance.
Well, I'm used to birdie feasts, but eagle feasts? I didn't think you could do that.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. That should just about wrap this one up. It's a birdie at 18, and I think go ahead and celebrate because that lead now is close to insurmountable. Well, Frank, I really enjoyed this. The golf was outstanding, but the scenery was breathtaking.
Canada's just a beautiful part of the world to be enjoyed, to be savoured, really. And on a golf course, unlike a lot of the ones we see today, not overly long, very playable, enjoyable, and a golf course certainly that's going to give you a good score if you play well.